What's up, guys? It is Hack. Sorry, it has been a while since I have filmed trade recaps. I don't know why I got lazy with them. Honestly, price action the last 2-3 weeks has been fine. We've been making money. We've been green. There's nothing really to worry about there. I just got a little lazy with the recaps. But anyway, we are back, and that is what matters. So, as always, let's start with the plan, and then we will make our way down and talk about it. So, I do want to start off really quick showing you guys last night's weekly profile that I made with the Discord in our Sunday analysis call. Bearish. We failed to take highs overall. We manipulated internally. We got a really nice leg down. I'm eyeing continuation. That was the very quick, easy breakdown of what the daily was showing us, right? We're starting to get the EMA cross on the daily. Obviously, on the weekly, we get a close below EMA 8, which is very nice for downside if we are going to actually target that 28,500 area. And then, yeah, on the 4-hour here, we had a 4-hour gap. We were just obviously respecting the EMAs. So pretty bearish last night. And then into this morning, this is what we saw. So honestly, don't hate to see whatsoever that Asia and London tried to trade higher within this 4-hour gap. That usually really sets up nicely and serves as manipulation for AM session to make that continued move down, kind of run into our trend here, higher time frame trend, 1 hour, 4-hour trend, and keep going lower. And that is exactly what happened today. Now, you guys will actually see that I took my entry pre-market here. And it was A+, which is exactly why I took it early. 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute did show our lower time frame EMAs were crossed under, as well as crossed under through the lower time frame VWAP with a 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute gaps left behind. All we did was take this short 15-second, 30-second model. Was risking originally to about here for 2.6R. Once we started to move down, I really did tighten my risk to about 16, 17 points. And you will see all I really did was catch clear continuation. There was good buying coming in. We had a clear draw on liquidity lower towards London low. We were actually going break even right here. And then we ended up taking profits actually before we even got to London low. We took profits right about, I believe, here. So we got really close, traded back up, rejected the EMAs, got some wicks at open, this and that, and then traded right back lower. Took out London low and then traded back higher. The longs were honestly so clean back up, but this was the main setup we took, so let's talk about it. Obviously, on the higher time frame, right, I just gave you my full spiel that I was bearish. On the lower time frame, we took a bearish execution. So obviously, our higher time frame drives our lower time frame. VWAP and EMA impact cross confirmation. Again, in these trade recaps, always going right down my entry criteria. So as you see, we have the EMAs cross under as well as cross under the VWAP on the lower time frames. The 15-minute VWAP was closer to London low. Obviously, depending on the time frame, 15-minute, 30-minute, that's your main VWAP, but you can use your 15-second, 30-second, 1-minute VWAP for entries. I hope that makes sense. My students know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, we definitely need to talk about it. But obviously the VWAP does vary based on the time frame, so just keep that in mind, of course. But you can use that lower time frame as an entry. It's still a valid source of the VWAP, but the overall bigger time frame one is the one you want to focus on for the bounces off of it. And that's exactly what happened at London low. Like I said, those are really good longs, but we took one short. We were one and done. We took a really good trade, starting the week up. I'm very comfortable 4 figures, so there's really no reason for me to overcomplicate it. But yeah, honestly, the trade was super straightforward. And then 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute. Again, not too prevalent here as far as this. This would probably the only thing. The way we use the 5-minute here, we didn't trade out of a 5-minute. I mean, technically we did trade out of a 5-minute gap up here. But especially with this wick, it wasn't really my main concern because we did trade high into it, but it still did respect. So there was still a 5-minute gap there that I acknowledged. But I was more actually importantly focused on this 5-minute gap. Once we closed lower and basically set this up to be inverse and invalidated it in general, that was really good confirmation for me that we were at least going to hit my break even and then trade towards these lows. So I was extremely happy about that. And then obviously our clear draw on liquidity was London low. And then the key volume target, like I said, obviously the bearish momentum was taking over, watching flow, watching it all come in. And the 15-second, 30-second obviously helped us spark our entry as well. So honestly, a very straightforward trade. And I'll bounce back to the Discord here and I'll show you. This is when I was in the setup. We just invalidated the 5-minute gap here, as you can see. Took this on 11 micros, just one account. If I copy traded, it probably would have been closer to 5 or 6, but it was a pre-market trade. I can't say I'm always taking pre-market trades, so for that reason, I did just kind of keep it to one account, especially because I was sized pretty heavy. Obviously, pre-market moves a little slower than obviously when the market opens, so on a trade that I'd probably be 4 or 5 micros when the market's open, it was 11 just on one account here, or maybe closer to 5 or 6 if the market was open. But anyway, yeah, went break even at this low, of course. Hit full TP, didn't have to worry about getting break even. Really good risk, right to the top of the 5-minute inverse. Maybe could have been a few points more. I think I would have handled that if it got there, but I was, again, extremely confident. A+ setup. Didn't have to touch anything here. I just let the trade ride even into open. I knew that price wanted to go towards London low. I was taking profits 30, 40 points before London low. Again, on 10 micros once we hit my break even levels. So on 10 micros, making $1,300, $1,400, after already being up a few hundred, right, that we locked in profit. I did actually start this trade, and I actually forgot to mention that in this trade we did lock in a few $100s in profits on the way down from our entry. Our entry moved a few points just because we were on 12, and then I took one off. And I adjusted my entry, I want to say once or twice. We ended up being about $250. I was risking $350. I remember that it would have only been a $100 loss if we got stopped because I was already up $250. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, took that break even, traded full TP. Obviously, I just talk about it here. A plus pre-market. Other people sending their plan. Had a few DMs of the plans as well. And then again, I just say here 931, plan the trade the plan up a little over 2K here. Read the plan. Like I literally told you guys what the plan was. And look at this part of the plan when I say I will look to short towards the VWAP and potentially again through if selling allows for it. But I'll be smart if price gets to the VWAP. And we just took out Asia, or we were very close to taking out Asia high. We took out London high. We had clear signs for reversal, right? This was the higher time frame trend. We reversed right in that 820 area, really, really rejected it, and just traded really nicely towards the downside. Then we traded right back up after we took this trade. As you guys can see, we continued to respect the trend. Again, it's not really going to show here, but as far as the higher time frame trend, we did respect it really, really well. I'm sure you can mentally draw this. Sorry, my Top Step's a mess. I really haven't gotten rid of some of this older stuff on here. But yeah, I mean, I'll just draw this out for you just to show you this for the sake of it. Again, respected this trend perfectly. Like amazing rejection, even though we're seeing a lot of buying off this 4-hour area, this 4-hour low, which again, we'll handle that when we get there. I'm really not worried about that right now. I'm more worried about obviously today. I took the trade. I'm done for the day, so I don't really need to worry about what this candle is necessarily doing right now. Definitely a lot of buying. Very, very strong 4-hour here to start into 10 a.m. But yeah, I mean, we got clear rejections, right? The 4 hours continue to close below the 21, reject our trend. Just had a clear higher time frame plan, and we traded the plan, right? That's exactly what you want to be doing. You want to make the plan, and then you want to exactly trade the plan. So that's today's trade recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that was super helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments or DM me on Discord, Instagram, and I'd be happy to talk more about it with you. God bless you. Have a great day. Peace.